Welcome to Brainish English Stories.
Let's talk about the color purple. People really like this color. Emperors even use it for their special clothes. Many folks want their faces to have a warm purple tint that comes from mixing red and blue. We say important people are born to wear purple, but babies also get that color on their faces when they cry. Everyone loves purple when it's in style. And right now, people are wearing purple. You can see it on the streets. Other colors are cool too. I saw a nice dress in green the other day, with layers and silk squares. But purple is around a lot too. Just take a stroll on 23rd Street in the afternoon. So Maida, the girl with big brown eyes and cinnamon hair at the Beehive store, said to Grace, the girl who talks with a peppermint pepsin taste, "I'm getting a purple dress, a special one for Thanksgiving." "Really?" Grace replied while putting gloves into boxes. "I'm going for red. You see lots of red on 5th Avenue, and guys seem to like it." "I like purple better," Maida said. "Mr. Schlegel will make it for $8. It's going to be pretty. I'll have a pleated skirt, a jacket with a nice trim, and a white collar with 2 rows of." "Cheeky," Grace said with a playful wink. "Braided trim over a white vest, and a nice jacket over my purple dress, and," said Maida. "Cheeky, cheeky," Grace repeated. "Pleated sleeves with a ribbon over an inside cuff." "Why did you say that?" "You think Mr. Ramsey likes purple." "I heard him say he liked some dark shades of red yesterday," said Grace. "I don't care," Maida said. "I like purple. If someone doesn't like it, they can just stay on the other side of the street." But you know, sometimes people who love purple can be a bit wrong. It's not safe when a girl thinks she can wear purple no matter what, and when important people believe their purple clothes will last forever. After saving $18 by being careful for 8 months, Maida had enough money to buy the stuff for her purple dress and gave $4 to Mr. Schlegel for making it. On the day before Thanksgiving, she'd have just enough left to pay the last $4. Imagine a holiday in a new dress. Can anything be more exciting? Mr. Bachman, who owned the Beehive store, always threw a Thanksgiving dinner for his workers. For the rest of the year, except Sundays, he'd remind them about the fun they had and the good times to come, which made them work harder. They had the dinner right there in the store, using tables in the middle. They covered the windows with paper and got the food from a nearby restaurant. The Beehive store wasn't very big, not like those fancy places with moving stairs. You could actually go in, get help, and leave. And every Thanksgiving dinner, Mr. Ramsey. Oh dear! I almost forgot to talk about Mr. Ramsey, who's more important than any color or sauce. Mr. Ramsey was the main clerk, and I really like him. He didn't do anything mean to the girls when he passed by them in dark corners, and when he told them stories during slow work times and the girls giggled, they weren't really giggling at G. Bernard. Besides being polite, Mr. Ramsey had some unique quirks. He cared a lot about health and believed people shouldn't eat things that are good for them. He didn't like anyone being too cozy or taking care of themselves during snowstorms, or wearing overshoes, or using medicine. All 10 girls in the store dreamed of becoming Mrs. Ramsey. You see, next year Mr. Bachman was going to make him a partner. They all knew that if they got him, they'd change his strange health ideas before the wedding excitement wore off. Mr. Ramsey was the host at the dinners. They'd invite 2 Italians to play music, and there would be a little dance in the store. So, there were 2 dresses planned to impress Ramsey, one purple and one red. Of course, the other 8 girls were getting dresses too, but they weren't as important. They'd probably wear some simple shirts and black skirts, nothing as fancy as purple or red. Grace saved money too. She was going to buy her dress already made. Who needs a tailor when you have a good shape? Ready-made dresses are made for perfect shapes, except I have to get them taken in at the waist because most people are bigger around the waist. The night before Thanksgiving came. Maida hurried home, excited about the next day. She was thinking about purple, but her thoughts were full of excitement, the happiness that young people feel for the things they need when they're young. She knew purple would look great on her. She kept reminding herself that Mr. Ramsey said he liked purple, not red. First, she was going home to get the $4 she saved, wrapped up in tissue paper in her dresser drawer. Then she planned to pay Schlegel and bring the dress home herself. Grace lived in the same house, in the room above Maida's. When Maida got home, things were noisy and chaotic. The landlady's voice was harsh in the halls, like a churn mixing buttermilk. Then Grace came down to her room, her eyes all red and teary. "She says I have to leave," Grace said, her voice sad. "The mean old lady. She wants me out because I owe her $4. She put my trunk in the hall and locked my room. I can't go anywhere else. I don't have any money left." "You had some yesterday," Maida reminded her gently. "I used it to pay for my dress," Grace explained, her voice shaky. "I thought I could wait until next week to pay the rent." Wipe, wipe, cry, wipe. And so, Maida's $4 was given to Grace. "You're so kind," Grace said, her mood brightening. "I'll pay you back, $1 each week, I promise. But first, I'll give that mean lady her money and then try on my dress. It's so lovely. Come up and see. I really will pay you back." Thanksgiving Day arrived. The dinner was planned for noon. Just before 12, Grace hurried into Maida's room. She looked great. Red suited her well. Maida was by the window in her old skirt and blue top, doing some fancy sewing. "Wow, you're not dressed yet?" Grace asked, excited. "How does it fit? Don't these velvet things look awesome?" "Why aren't you dressed, Maida?" "My dress wasn't finished in time," Maida explained. "I'm not going to the dinner." "Oh, that's a shame." "I'm really sorry, Maida." "Why not put on anything and come with us? It's just the store people, and they won't mind." "I really wanted my purple dress," Maida said. "If I can't wear it, I don't want to go at all." "Don't worry about me. Go ahead, or you'll be late. You look really nice in red." Maida sat by her window all morning even after the store dinner had started. She imagined the girls laughing, Mr. Bachman telling his secret jokes, and the plump Mrs. Bachman, who only came on Thanksgiving. She pictured Mr. Ramsey moving around and making sure everyone was comfortable. At 4 in the afternoon, Maida went to Schlegel's shop with a blank face and a tired attitude. She told him she couldn't pay the $4 for the dress. "Hey!" Schlegel exclaimed, sounding annoyed. "Why this sad face? Take the dress. It's ready. Pay me when you can. I've seen you pass by my shop every day for 2 years. If I make clothes, I know people and their lives. You'll pay me when you can. Take it. It's well made, and if it looks good on you, that's all that matters. So go on. Pay me whenever." Maida felt an enormous amount of gratitude but said nothing. She hurried away with her dress. As she left the shop, a few drops of rain landed on her face. She smiled and didn't mind it. Ladies who shop without worries, you won't get it. Girls who have all they need, you can't really grasp it. Why Maida wasn't bothered by the cold rain on Thanksgiving. By 5 o'clock, she was out on the street in her purple dress. The rain was coming down harder, blown by the wind. People rushed home or to their cars, holding tight to umbrellas and raincoats. Many turned to look at the serene girl in the purple dress, walking through the storm as if it were a summer day. I say you can't understand it, those who can buy whatever they want. You don't know what it's like to long for nice things all the time, to save up for 8 months just to have a purple dress and a day to wear it. Who cares if it rains, hails, snows, or blows like a hurricane? Maida had no umbrella or overshoes. She had her purple dress, and she walked in the rain. Let the weather do its worst. A heart that's hungry for something pretty deserves a treat once in a while. Raindrops ran down and dripped from her fingers. Someone turned a corner and stood in her way. She looked up into Mr. Ramsey's eyes, full of admiration and curiosity. "Hello, Miss Maida," he greeted, sounding pleased. "You look absolutely stunning in your new dress. I was really hoping to see you at our dinner. And among all the girls I know, you're the smartest and most sensible. There's nothing healthier and more invigorating than facing the weather like this. Can I walk with you?" Maida blushed and sneezed.